you can't find. Be honest when you're telling lies.
I think writing expresses one's, feelings and beliefs each day could be different. I mean, each person's life is different. Each day they come to school, something else is happening, and you give us a opportunity to express ourselves and get what we're feeling out on paper. And I wasn't too much into writing. I mean, out of school, the school setting, because there was no need for it, But I do feel, at this level, you have to really, what do you call it? If I go back to express yourself, because as an individual, you're seeking something that is gonna make you happy. It's gonna, so the closer you get to that, the better I think you'll feel, you're on paper.
The reason I'm in this field is because I'm interested in relationships, and I tend to, in my research, focus on the phenomenology of argument or experience, and how people construct arguments, not necessarily in an intellectual, thoughtful, or reflective way, but how they do it intuitively through their everyday, immediate experience. And what I tend to do in my research and in my teaching is I try to get students to focus on abstract, thoughtful, reflective topics, but I focus on the spatial imagery and metaphors and narratives that are at work within their documents.
I love the spoken and the written word. It's a way to, crystallize your thinking. There's something about just being able to express yourself in that capacity.
The questions that really drive what I research and what I teach is the relationship between language, communication practices, discourses generally understood, and the political economy and systems of power. So my driving assumption is that we are led to certain values and beliefs based on the discourse, communication, the things we read and interact with in every day, whether that's official policies or popular culture or institutional structures.
Well, writing is a way of expressing yourself to people, your friends, your family. And in these days, everybody uses it. Everybody says, "Oh, I can't write an essay, I can't write anything," but they always write comments, like paper, like in class they pass notes. And that new website, MySpace, they all write a lot of comments, they send a lot of emails, and everybody uses a computer, so everybody, when you're talking to your friends in the computer, you're always writing stuff.
My fascination has always been the connection between language and what we sometimes, for lack of a better term, call reality. How do we use language to understand who we are, to understand the world we're a part of? How does that both help us to understand and distort our understanding?
When I think about writing, well, I don't really like it, but I don't hate it. It's just that it's never been part of me. I just have to do it to meet the grade. So I don't hate it, don't like it, but it's good. It makes me, I can express myself through writing, but it's kind of forced out of me.
What drives my work, what drives my teaching, what drives my writing, what drives my thinking is that I love inventing with other people. I love inventing with students. I love coming up with new ways to express ingenious ideas. And I live for moments when students and teachers get together and they come up with some new way to represent or get an idea across. When they come up with a hybrid, that's when I'm doing my best work, is when I'm helping students, or I'm creating an environment where students can feel free to experiment with all different types of composing and all different types of expression.
Well, writing for me, it's like it's difficult, or sometimes, because every time that I have to write something, like I think a lot of stuff, but when I have to write, I forget everything. And so I'm not that good at writing, but I think it's fun because you learn a lot of things. It relates, in some way, it relates to, in your experiences?
Writing to me isn't the best thing in the world. I would prefer not to do it, but it's something you have to do in order to, move on and get on through life and the whole education process.
I think what drives my work in rhetoric and composition is this desire to help students think through their ideas and give them a place to come where someone is listening to them and paying careful attention to them and saying, yeah, here's this really cool idea, and asking questions to get them to develop those ideas and to show them that they really do have something to say that is important and that other people need to hear, so that then they feel like they have some confidence to, I think it affects and changes the way they see themselves in their other classes. They begin to think of themselves as smarter and more savvy kinds of people. And I think it has something to do with their development as people, because I don't teach just writers, I teach human beings.
At first I was afraid, I was petrified. I kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights just thinking how you'd done me wrong. I grew strong, I learned how to get along, and so you're back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here without that look upon your face. I should have changed my fucking lock.